How to be a leader who makes a difference. The greatest need we face within our organizations today is leadership that makes real positive change in the long term. And yet, because of the financial markets' short-term focus on results, the media's need to fill column inches or on-screen pixels, and a culture that fates celebrity, we reward the new, the counterintuitive, and the loud, with little thought given to their potential long-term impact. As leaders, our greatest challenge amidst all this noise is to find a way to build organizations that grow and are sustainable in the long term, which provide valuable and rewarding employment, and which contribute to a just and fair society. Achieving this requires us to do more than simply rush to the next opportunity and extract the maximum short-term gain. It requires us instead to be leaders who think about, value, and act in the interest of the long term. Leaders who change lives and who leave a legacy. I get to spend every day with leaders from organizations of all sizes and types. And over the years, I've come to believe that most leaders want to do just this, but find it hard to break free from the insistent demands of the urgent, to focus on the quieter needs of what is important and lasting. I've also had the privilege of watching many leaders at close hand achieve true greatness, becoming leaders who truly changed industries, cities, lives. Here are the 4 steps I've seen all of them take in becoming a leader who makes a difference. 1. Find a place of solitude. Every great leader needs a place where they can think, somewhere away from the constant clatter of incoming information, somewhere quiet, somewhere contemplative. A blessed few leaders have the mental strength to achieve this state of abstraction anywhere, in a crowded office or any time during the hurly-burly of a busy day. The rest of us need to work at it. For me, the mundane task of walking my dog 3 times a day gives me the time I need to think consciously, unpolluted by the dopamine-inducing ping of incoming email or the lure of conversation. Tip: leave your phone behind or switch it off. Other leaders I know use a visit to the gym, the act of making a meal, or have a favorite chair in a quiet room. Where's your place of solitude? 2. Discover your contemplation trigger. Solitude is a worthwhile state in and of itself, but we're considering it here as a vehicle, a means to think clearly and deeply about matters of importance. But with all the manifold possibilities, with the myriad of issues that press in on us every day, what should we spend time thinking about in more detail? It's alarmingly easy to emerge from an hour of solitude to discover that our lizard brain has hopscotched from topic to topic, or dwelt on matters of merely tactical importance. Here's what I use as my contemplation trigger. What is the single greatest challenge I face today that will profoundly affect the success of my enterprise 1 year from now? Put another way, what's the one thing I'm in danger of looking back on and bitterly regretting I didn't do, or stop doing, or change in some way? This 1 year horizon works for me in most cases because of the nature of my business. However, at least once each year I set aside a week's contemplation to focus on my 3-year horizon. Your mileage may vary. 3. Develop a gestation routine. We live in a time of instant gratification. Read something semi-interesting? Post it on Twitter. Saw something funny? Share a photo on Instagram. Cute cat trick? Hop on TikTok. Formed an opinion about something? Write a blog post. Leadership, especially leadership in the long term, requires us to forego instant gratification, not simply as a repudiation of a banal "I share, therefore I am" zeitgeist, but because reflection and contemplation are the compost of great ideas and the genesis of deep commitment. Time is the most precious resource you can give to your leadership. The sacrifice of time, choosing to pause and investing in reflection, is the price we pay to build the depth of leadership that leaves behind a legacy and not just a fast vanishing footprint. I like to use the rule of 90. Wait 90 seconds before sharing the brilliant idea that just struck you in mid-discussion. Take 90 minutes before sending that email with your no-brainer tactical instructions. Allow 90 hours, that's 4 days, for strategic thoughts to percolate before sharing. Invest at least 90 days in ensuring your latest truly game-changing idea takes root. Does this mean abandoning your intuition and foregoing on-the-spot improvisation? Of course not. But like any great football team, your no-huddle offense will deliver long-term success only with the discipline and solid foundation of well-planned, well-rehearsed, well-executed plays. 4. Model more than you share. In the oversharing culture we live in, we're in danger of forgetting that leadership comes through leading, not by telling. Seeing it isn't doing it. Sharing it isn't doing it. Only doing it is doing it. Try this. Next time you see a leadership need in your organization, whether it's about how people should be treated, customers, clients, or employees, how you communicate internally or externally, or what your long-term mission, vision, or values are, try modeling the change you want to see without the use of emails, memos, or PowerPoint presentations. See how long it takes your people to recognize and understand what you want from them without merely telling them. To revitalize a much cheapened saying by Mahatma Gandhi, be the change you desire. Don't have time to model change? Thinking, great idea, but it's easier, quicker to send an email. That's fine. No one will die and the sun will come up tomorrow. But remember, by focusing on the short term rather than the long term, you're leaving behind footprints on a beach when you could be changing lives. What about you? What steps are you taking to become a leader who makes a difference? Let me know in the comments below.